Hi everyone, today I'm going to be unboxing the TP Link Tapo security camera. This one actually caught my eye because of its dual camera design here. You've got this main camera up here, and then you've got another one that actually rotates to follow the subject. I think that is really very cool. It's solar powered. Apparently it run for quite a long time and just on battery power, and it has like subject detection and stuff that doesn't require subscription. It does a lot of things that I've really wanted from a camera like this. I've tried a lot of security cameras over the years, and none has quite done it for me. This says 2-in-1 cameras for dual views, synchronized smart tracking. A fixed wide angle lens keeps one area in view, while the pan tilt lens provides 360 horizontal and 128 degree vertical view of another. Anyway, this is made to be used outdoors. It's one of the more interesting security cameras I have actually seen, and I'm really looking forward to actually using it. So let's open it up here. Okay. Here we go. Part there. Here's the solar panel. Right, just like that. USB-C on the back. That's a waterproof connector there. So this is all weather sealed. It's not a very long cable, I will say, so that would have to be mounted pretty near by to the camera. We've got a stand, and this looks to me like it's probably made, this is made for the solar panel. Secured by Tapo sticker, so you can let people know that you've got a security system. Oh, okay, this is an extension cable. That's good. You got that there, so you can plug this shorter cable into this and be able to have the solar panel somewhere more advantageous. Very good. Screws, those for sure. Zip tie. I think they're like drywall screws, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. And I think, got another USB cable. This is just a standard USB cable, probably for charging it. Yep, that's what that would be for. Okay, now here's the camera itself. Before we get to that, let's take a look in here. Some extra documentation, and looks like mounting guides. Yeah, so that you know where to put the screws in, or drill the holes for the screws, I should say. Anyway, moving on. Okay, finally, we're here. We got the camera here, and it is quite impressive. Yep. Oh, that's motorized. This is, in fact, interesting. So maybe this can actually move remotely and actually track subjects that way. And you've got the peel the film off. Those. Yeah. That's good. Oh, and this plate actually pops off like that, so that you can pull the whole camera down, without actually having to like unscrew it or anything. Pop it off. A little piece of foam out, and then it should snap into place. Yep. Nice. Okay, I quite like that. And you can adjust that, the angle of that. once you have it mounted, you can turn the whole thing around and have the wide camera up here looking wherever you want, and then the narrow camera can be turned in the software to point at whatever you want it to. I should probably also be able to move and track subjects. You got multiple different colors of lights on here. You know, flash yellow, red and blue even. So, and judging by the size of these LEDs, they should be able to put out some pretty serious illumination. Well, that is pretty cool. Anyway, that's the camera, and now we're going to go set it up out there, get it all connected, and get this thing up and running. Okay, so I've decided to put this camera way up in the top of this tree, so I'll have a good view out over the road. Hopefully I don't fall off the ladder and impale myself on that post down there. That would be a good thing. So I've assembled this arm to get it out away from the trees a little bit. Maybe should have made it a bit longer, but it's too late now. And normally I wouldn't screw something into a tree, but this is just a cottonwood here. It's had most of it's not the healthiest tree anyway, and I don't really want it here, so I don't mind doing this. Now, that's about the point where all the rest. Okay. Okay, it's on there, and now I've got to figure out how to attach the camera now that I've put it on there. And I really feel like it's way out there. Oh, on now to attach the camera. The next step here. Perhaps I should have done that first. I'm glad it didn't make it any longer. I think I'll be able to reach out there and get it. Yep. So what I'm about to attempt now is quite dangerous and should not be attempted at home under any circumstances. Cannot do this with 2 hands full. What I'm about to do is very dangerous and should not be attempted at home.
It's not going in flat, you know.
Huh?
when you're reaching all the way out there, it's tilted instead of flat, so it's not going in straight. That's what it looks like from here.
Oh, it's on. Do not try that at home. Do not try that at home. Let's make sure it's now connected to the Wi-Fi. Okay, it's working. Okay, now to mount the solar panel.
Ah!
SD card is not formatted correctly. So we've got the camera up in the tree, and you can see as I move around, the telephoto, or I guess the more narrow lens, is following me as I walk around it. So it is tracking me very well, and I've seen this on the camera how well it is actually able to track people. It's really cool. So yeah, it's doing pretty well. I've actually had it up for a while now. It took me a while to get around to actually filming this final section of the video, and I've really been impressed with how well it's performed. It seems to produce really high quality videos and is pretty accurate in terms of tracking. You know, it stopped tracking me now, and it'll probably pick me up again in a moment here. And that's just a timing thing. You can set it to record for longer periods or be more or less sensitive to motion. But anyway, it seems to be working pretty well, and I think it's a really great security camera, actually. It's the best I've ever tested, and I've used quite a few over the years with mixed success. So yeah, this Tapo dual camera, solar powered wireless security camera is really, really cool. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time. Bye.